Right, left to right crosser, coming off the tower. First thing we're going to look for, and I'll explain why in a minute, if you explain to me the 3 points we're looking for. So we're going to look for our viewpoint, which is where we see the clay first. We're then going to look for our kill point, which is where Nikki sees the clay the clearest. That doesn't mean the closest. It doesn't mean I'm not going to shoot it here because it's dropping. Simply where she sees the clay crystal clear, specific edges. That's where she's going to take the shot. That may vary between the two of us, but I will kill it where I see it the clearest. Nikki will kill it where she sees it the clearest. Then from there, she will place the hole point at exactly 50% between those two. That is the same setup for every target that we shoot.
Move.
On here, Nikki, I'm going to ask Nikki to mount on the clay and stay with it for a little while. She's going to point the gun with the clay, learning the clay's speed, also learning where that clay is going to go, before she then extends, as we've said before, to a predetermined lead. It's not going to be a lash and a hope. She's going to target match, speed match, learn the line before she advances to the lead. Move. Way in front, yeah. Hop. So I want those hands as slow as they can, yet get to the lead. What we should have talked about maybe is how far that target's going to travel. You know, if we do take a look, the tower's probably a good 80 yards to our left. You know, that clay is going to be slowing down dramatically when it gets here. And Nikki, all she done that first bird, she matched the speed beautifully, but then when she put the pedal down to leave it, she went at a speed greater than the target by too much, and that put her in front. Second bird, all we talked about was slowing the hands down, and as you could see there, the target was right in the middle. Pull. Pull. So when we take a look at that shot cam, you'll actually see what happens at the outcome end. What we won't get is the process. Earlier on we talked about the right-handed mount on the driven, and this is the opposite. This is my left-hand mount. So when you see me shooting gun down here, when that clay comes, I'm going to bayonet mount, meaning I'm going to go forward first. My left hand will lead. I'll meet the clay at my hole point where I'll match before advancing to my lead. Same outcome, just done very differently for a specific reason. I don't want the barrels to dip off. Left hand leads, match, and then move to the lead. Let's take another look at that. Guns out of my shoulder, barrels on line, eyes back to the viewpoint here. You'll see the bayonet mount come into play here, and then the target match before the lead. Pull. Left hand leads, move ahead, take the shot. Pull, eyes at the viewpoint, left hand leads to the mount, move ahead. And hopefully from there you'll see exactly the barrel doesn't dip off, it moves into the line before we move forward to any kind of lead.
Breaking it down is helpful, but it then has to become muscle memory, doesn't it?
It does, but I'm also living proof you're not going to be very smart to be good at this game either. So, you know, it works both ways. You concentrate on three aspects: viewpoint, hold point, kill point, and then the only thing you've got to worry about is how I get from hold point to kill point and at what speed, and the final big kicker is the lead. And that's really as simple as shooting is.
Okay, and as far as addressing this target, you know, you've seen people attack it. Again, is it the people position themselves wrong? They don't judge the speed right?
Again, we're blind, aren't we? We can't see the machine here. So what people will tend to do, because they can't see the machine, they go looking with the gun. So instead of looking with their eyes and holding out here, they go looking, they go hunting because they can't see the machine. And then they set off, and what did we just discuss earlier? Clay pigeons slow down. So if they start to match speed here, by the time they go to make a move, the clay's slowed down, they've set off, and then they kick again to the lead. And the speed is huge. So they think that, yes, they know they're in front. So, their quick fix is to reduce the lead. It's actually the process that's wrong, not the outcome. And that happens quite a lot when you can't see the machine.